So hello and welcome to this video. My name is Jafet Humberto Alfaro Sandi and right now I am in South Korea. South Korea is in East Asia and is located in the southern part of the Korean peninsula. It shares borders with North Korea and the population is around 51 million people. The capital is Seoul, in which around half of the population live there. The currency here are wons, which is basically 2000 won is equal to $1. The language is Korean. I have been living in South Korea for around 5 months, and if I have to describe the people, I would say they are the kindest people I have ever met. However, this culture is so interesting for me, and in this video I will tell you 4 things that I found interesting in this culture. Okay, and even if South Korea is really developed with amazing buildings, machines that can do what humans used to do in the past, and a lot of development, the nation is involved with all traditions and customs, including Confucianism, which is a system that promotes harmony in every group of the society. From family, friends, strangers, there are certain rules that Koreans follow in their daily life. For example, age in this country is really important. So most likely, the first time that you meet someone, they will ask for your age. So for example, when you are with your friends, there is a word that describes who is the oldest man and who is the oldest girl. And this is the thing, this is where it gets so interesting. There are 2 ages. So Koreans, they have their Korean age and their international age. So for example, right now I am 21 years old. My birthday is in December 25th, which means that by today, which is December the 1st, I am 21 years old with my international age. But for South Koreans, I am 23 years old. Instead of 1 year, I am 2 years older. And why? When babies come to this planet, they get 1 year old. And every 1st of January, people get 1 year older. So there is this theory that babies should have 1 year old when they come to Earth because they have been already living for 9 months basically. They have been in the belly of the mom for 9 months, so that's why they get 1 year. There is another theory that we can explain with history. So according to the Chinese calendar, there are 60 cycles, and each cycle has different animals. People didn't care too much about when was their birthday, but when they were born, which year. As I said before, those are 2 theories. I cannot tell you the right one, but I can tell you that it is really interesting. Or just think about this. If you have one baby and this baby come to Earth the 31st of December, that day that baby will get 1 year old. One day after, because it's the 1st of January, and everybody gets a year older, then that baby will be 2 years old. For me, that's magnificent and it's different, and of course it's kind of difficult to understand that sometimes there will be babies that they have 2 days being alive and they are already 2 years old. Okay, another traditions derived by Confucianism is that if you are drinking with your boss, you have to cover yourself so your boss don't see you drinking. Because of Confucianism, everybody respects some people that has higher position. Other interesting aspect about this culture that got my attention is the use of scissors. For example, I am from Costa Rica and we just use scissors for school or for opening things. In South Korea, scissors are more useful. For example, it is normal that you can find scissors in a table or in a kitchen. The reason for this is that it's easier to cut certain objects with a scissor. So for example, there are like some type of pasta that is really chewy and it's difficult to chew. When you cut it, it's easier for eating it. Also, most of the food in South Korea is shared and I find it amazing. So when you are going to eat outside, you get a lot of side dishes and your main dishes, and usually everything is shared. In the case of meat, for example, it is easier to just get a scissor and cut a piece of meat than just using the fork. Okay, now let's talk about toilet paper. Here in South Korea, I have to say that I have found the most amazing toilets in all the places where I have been. These toilets, you just press a button and then that's it. You know, you solve your life with a simple click. And I find it really, wow, this is how I find it. It's a really nice experience, and at first I was so shy because in Costa Rica we don't have this type of toilets, and at first I was a bit scared, but then I tried it, and I think I will really miss this part. However, there is something really interesting that got my attention. Here you can give toilet papers as a housewarming gift. And yes, you heard right. You can give it as a housewarming gift. And the reason behind of it makes sense. You see, when you are moving to a new place, you are worried about different things. Your bed, your food, what are you going to use for cooking, your clothes, a lot of things, but you really don't think too much about hygiene. Or at least that's my opinion. When they give you toilet paper, man, they are saving your life. For example, when I came here to South Korea, well, I came with my backpacks and everything. I didn't have any toilet paper, to be honest. In the dorm where I am living right now, we had to wait, I think, like 3 or 4 weeks so they could give us toilet paper. Right there, right in that moment, I realized the importance of having toilet paper. My first 2 days I came here, no Korean, I didn't know anyone, I didn't know how to buy in the stores, and right now I understand why this is a really nice gift that you can receive in your life. Okay, to finish this video, let's talk about public transportation. Here the public transportation is really accessible and is so cheap. So for example, taking a bus usually costs around 2,000 won, which is around $1. What is nice about this system is that you have the option to pay with different cards, and by doing that, you don't have to carry your cash with you. Something really interesting about the public transportation, I have to say, is that South Korea is really developed. Best technology, but if you are not carrying that card with you, you can pay with cash, of course. But if you use a bill that is higher than 1,000 won, so if you pay with 5,000 won in the bus, the technology will not allow you to get your change. So even if there is a lot of development in technology, paying with 5,000 won in one bus might create some problems to you. Now it's time to conclude this video. I will really recommend you to come to South Korea to visit. Here you will find amazing people, amazing places, amazing culture, and amazing things to do. Remember, when you are traveling, don't judge a culture based on your experience, but be in their shoes. This is how you can get the most from that experience. See you and have a good day. Bye.